Hey guys, what's up? So what this is I'm gonna call this Paiid On. Now, longtime viewers may have remembered that I used to do a podcast, and by used to do a podcast, I mean I did like 5, and that was about it. It was really time consuming, but now that my channel's partnered, I can make this a video. And then we'll see down the line, maybe this will be a podcast where I'll, make a website and let you guys download it or show you guys where you can get it on iTunes or something like that. But for right now, the first couple, I'm just going to be doing this on YouTube. So you could watch it, sit back, relax, listen to it if you'd like. It's going to be about, I don't know, like 10 to 15 minutes long. Usually try to keep it around 10. So this is what I need from you guys to do. If you guys want to, if you like this, first of all, please like the video, favorite it if you want, comment, let me know what you think, what I could change. But also, this is mainly going to be about answering your guys' questions. So if you guys have any questions to ask me about anything, I mean, you could, anything. It doesn't have to be about WoW. It could be about video games. It could be, literally anything you have a question on. Please email it to me at Paiid, P-A-I-I-D, at tgn.tv. And then I'll read the email during this video, and it's like a little shout out for you if you want. But what I'd ask for you to do, just if you guys want to have that little shout out with the question, it's got to have a question though. Put your character name, your level, your class, and your server, and then tell me your question or whatever you want me to talk about. So for example, if I was to write in for myself, I would say, like, this question is from Paiid, a level 80 paladin on Proudmoore, US, and then the question, whatever. Those aren't really right, though, technically. But regardless, that is how I'd say your little shout out thing. But you have to have a question or a talking point for me, because I won't just give a shout out for no reason. So I'm gonna start out, talk about what I've been doing this week. Since this will probably be like a weekly thing, I'll try to put it out every Friday. What I've been doing this week, I have been leveling up my hunter. As I'm recording this, it's level 15, and Dre Knife female. First female I've ever leveled. I've never really leveled a female before, which is weird, and you can see what happens, obviously, in my one video of some guy trying to hit on me. That was pretty interesting. I never experienced that before. That was pretty weird. But yeah, I've just been doing my hunter, leveling up my hunter. I tried out Marksmanship in battlegrounds, and that was the worst. I mean, it might be because I'm level 15 right now, and I was facing level 18s and up. Well, I'm sorry. Usually everybody's a lot higher than me because I'm on the lower end of the bracket. But even regardless of that, Marksmanship just doesn't really do it. I've read people that say that it's fun, that people are like, oh, you basically just one-shot people with what is it called? God, the damn thing is, what shot is it? Aim shot. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. But yeah, people say that, oh, you basically one-shot people. Well, you don't and you do. Maybe once I'm, at the top end of the bracket it'll work, but I highly doubt it. There's not as much mobility. You don't have as much mobility as Marksmanship, whereas with Survival, it's an instant cast explosive shot, and it does a crap load of damage, and it ticks for a couple seconds afterwards for a crap load of damage, so it's all really, really good. Keeps you on the move, keeps you going. It's all about kiting, and I couldn't kite as Marksmanship, and I kept finding that, okay, there was a rogue, and he's shadow stepping behind me, and now I'm dead. Or, oh, there's another hunter, he's Survival, and now I'm dead. So Marksmanship really doesn't do it. I mean, it's cool, I guess, because you do a lot of damage with aim shot, but it's not enough to really make up the difference. Plus, I don't have heirlooms either, so that could make a difference. But, even though I don't have heirlooms, I'm just standing there having to cast a 3-second shot. And I sort of was testing it to see how much damage I'm really doing and how quickly I can kill these people. And, yeah, just not doing enough. I mean, I could do more damage by just spamming Arcane Shot and having my Serpent Sting ticking. So that was weird. So definitely not digging Marksmanship that much. Maybe I'll try Beast Mastery. but definitely not. Definitely probably gonna stick to survival. Really awesome. So basically, that's all I've been doing. Well, actually, I'm considered the channel manager for TGN MMO, which is TGN's MMO hub channel, which is pretty cool. So I have to, you know, get things in order to try to build that channel up too. You know, I'll have more on that next week, but so I've been doing that, and that's basically it. But for this section up, what I usually would do is read your emails, but since I have no emails, what I do have is a forum post that I found on MMO-Champion where someone said, "Will WoW ever recover?" This guy's name is Nab. He says, "I'm just asking, not Flaming Blizzard or anyone else. Will WoW ever recover to what it used to be? We all know that it's not the same anymore. Say whatever you want, but deep inside you know it's not the same. So is there any chance the fun will return? Is there something Blizzard can do to make the game more like it used to be? Or are we just going to lower and lower until eventually WoW will hit rock bottom?" That's not a real, I mean, valid in the sense that you are, he's obviously referring to the fact that WoW lost, what was it, like almost 1 million subscribers. I think it was 900,000 in total. They lost like 600,000 in one chunk and 300,000 in another chunk. And I just don't think it has, I mean, there's something to be said about where WoW has been going. WoW has had problems, you know, with people were complaining about raid difficulty being too easy in Wrath of the Lich King. Then they ramp up the difficulty in Cataclysm and everyone's like, "Oh, it's too hard, I can't do it." And you can look at the stats on WoW Progress, or how many guilds are in, you know, on one boss, and you know, there's big drop-offs, and it's because of the difficulty level. And people were complaining about it in Wrath of the Lich King, but the bottom line is, it's clear. The numbers are clear. You could see the difference where people say it's too hard and they don't do it, and then people say it's too easy and they are saying they're gonna quit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The easier it is, the more people will want to go do it and stick around, but the harder it is, that you get less for the amount of time you put in it. Cataclysm, you know, you could put in a shorter amount of time in Wrath of the Lich King and get more gear out of it or whatever. But you know, I haven't rated, so I don't really know the real technical, you know, how difficult is everything really. But I could say that from what I know, that's what it seems like. It seems like people, it's too difficult and people have to spend too much time, so they're not doing it. But then you can make the case that all the bad players leaving is a good thing for the game. But I think what this guy's also saying is that, just in general, he's probably sick of the game. But guess what? I was sick of the game before. I'm sure most of you were sick of the game at one time, but you came back anyway. And what people don't understand is that when you have these kind of posts, and people are like, "Oh, this is bad now. Oh, remember the good old days?" You know, you're looking, you know, rose-tinted goggles. I think that's what it's called, rose-tinted glasses, something like that. I don't really know the saying, but it's something about that. It means you're looking back on something with looking at just the best parts of it, not the worst parts of it. And what's funny about these posts is that everybody who's agreeing with this guy are agreeing differently. Sorry, I almost choked on my spit. What they're saying is, like, this guy could be saying, "Oh, remember, Burning Crusade was the best, yeah. And then there's people who are like, "Oh, you know, vanilla was the best, yeah. And they're agreeing, but they're disagreeing on what was better. And it's just gonna seem like every time there's a new expansion and more people join the game, it's going to be more people who are going to disagree with it. And that's fine with a game that's got 10, you know, what is it, 11 million, 12 million, 10 million, who knows how many users WoW has now. But with a game that has that many users, they don't have to worry about it. I mean, they have to, but they don't have to worry about it as much. And really, just because you're sick of it doesn't mean that the whole game is going down. There's always going to be people who want to play it and think that this is better. You know, the newer players don't know that there was, you know, a really difficult time raiding in Burning Crusade where you had to actually go through each of the progression, like the progressive paths. You had to do the normals, then you went through the heroics, then you went and did Kara, then you went to Gruul's Lair, you know, and you progressed from there, and you had to go through that. Even when Black Temple was out, you had to go through up to do all of that stuff. But then, you know, obviously with Sunwell, the gear, things were a little bit easier. But, you know, for the most part, everybody's will be sick of something at one point, and then there's going to be people who don't think it's as bad. You know what I'm trying to say? So I rambled on a little bit, but I had to pick a topic myself to talk about. But remember, if you guys want to hear me talk about something, send me an email at paid@tgn.tv, and there you could write me. Like I said, you can get your little shout out thing if you'd like there. You can write me a question you have about anything. It doesn't have to be just about gaming or WoW. Or you could just have me say, talk about this, and I'll talk about it. And I'll try to do this every Friday. I think it will probably work out. So if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Write me a comment. You know, if you're not subscribed, I really don't think you'd be listening this far by now. But if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I post videos pretty often. Then we'll see you next Friday. Another Paiid On. Don't forget to send me an email. Paid@tgn.tv. And I will see you guys next week.